Welcome to Structural Analysis 2 video series. Unit number 3 Flexibility Method. Topic second Numerical problem on non-sway portal frame part 1. Problem statement as follows. Analyze the portal frame shown in figure by flexibility method. Draw bending moment and shear force diagram. In the given figure, column AB loaded with 50 kN point load at D. Moment of inertia is I. The length of column AB is 4 meter and the point load is loaded at 2 meter from B and 2 meter from A. A is a fixed support. Beam BC loaded with the 25 kN per meter UDL and length of BC member is a 3 meter. Moment of inertia is I and A is a hinge support. So hinge support will not allow the horizontal translation. So due to that the frame become a non-sway frame. Now in case of a frame we have to consider axial force. In case of a beam we neglect it, but here we have to consider it. Now at A there are three reactions and at C due to the hinge support there are two reactions. Now the first step in the solution is to calculate the degree of static indeterminacy. So degree of static indeterminacy is equal to number of reaction minus number of equilibrium equation. So here total number of reactions are 5 minus number of equilibrium equations are 3. So is equal to 2. So 2 is a degree of static indeterminacy. Now let consider that degree of indeterminacy at C support, which is a vertical reaction VC, and second is a horizontal reaction, let's call it as a HC. Now they are the nothing but the our redundant. So now they let call them as a Q1 is equal to SC and Q2 is equal to VC. So in the matrix form Q is equal to Q1 and Q2. Now second point, the DQ, which is a displacement corresponding to the redundant in the original structure. So now VC and SC are the redundant. So redundant are nothing but the forces. If we remove that support, the redundant support, the that structure become the determinate. If we remove the C support or redundant reaction, if we remove, the only three reaction will be exit at A, and that structure become the determinate structure. So that two forces we call them as redundant forces. So let whether there is any displacement in the direction of that redundant force, that we have to check. The first redundant is HC. So there is no any displacement in the direction of HC. So the displacement we written here dq1 is equal to 0. There is no any displacement in the direction of vertical redundant VC. So dq2 is equal to 0. So here they are written in the matrix form. dq is equal to dq1 and dq2, and both values are 0. Next step is release structure. So release structure with load, and that we call as a capital M diagram. Here we will remove the redundant support which is at C. So this diagram we call as the M diagram. Now next diagram is a small M1 diagram. Release structure with the Q1 is equal to 1. So here we apply the unit force in the direction of redundant force, and we call it as a Q1 is equal to 1 by there is no any load on the structure. Now second is the M2 diagram. Release structure with the Q2 is equal to 1. Applying the unit force in the direction of redundant Q2 is equal to 1, and there is no any load on the structure. So these are the release structure, M capital M diagram, small M1 diagram, and small M2 diagrams. Next step is a displacement analysis of a release structure. For that, let's consider only a capital M diagram first. So let draw the table. First is the zone, second is the origin, next is the limits, and capital M column for the moment. Now first zone is a CB zone. Let's consider C as origin. So from the origin C, the C for zone C, first letter is C and C itself origin, so lower limit is 0. Now second letter in the zone is B, which is a B letter is how much away from the C, that means origin, that letter is a 3 meter away, so upper limit is a 3. Now consider take that zone under consideration and draw the axis for that zone, and that axis you have to mark at a distance of x with respect to origin C. Now look toward the right side of that axis, and how many loads are there toward the right of this axis. So there is only one load, and that is a 25 Newton per meter UDL, which is spread along the length x. So find out its center. No doubt it will be act at a distance of x by 2 from this axis. So it will be act at a distance of x by 2 from the axis. Now convert this point UDL into the point load. So it become a with respect to that axis we are doing a calculation. It become a 25 into x now, because the length of UDL is x with respect to origin. So 25 into x is a point load, and the lever arm is x by 2. And if you rotate about that axis, it will rotate in the clockwise direction. So sign will be minus. So you look here, minus 25 into x square, x by 2 into 25 into x become x square. So 25 x square by 2, it become minus 12.5 x square. Now here I mark only the vertical axis, because load which is acting to the right of axis is vertical. That's why only vertical axis is taken here. Now let's move toward the next zone. Next zone is a BD zone, and origin, now let's take origin as a B. Now B letter itself origin, so lower limit is 0. Now D letter is how much away from the B? So D letter is 2 meter away from the B, so upper limit is 2. Now for BD zone, the axes are marked as shown in figure. One is a green, and that axis, both axes uh, are here. One is vertical, one is horizontal, and the location which is B is x. But the load which is acting above this axis, and now we started our the calculation from the right hand side or from the C side. So load which is toward the right hand side of this axis, only one load is there, 25 Newton per meter, which is acting downward. So convert it into the point load, 25 into 3, which is acting in such a way, and its lever arm with respect to this vertical axis is of 1.5, and if you rotate about that axis, it will rotate in a clockwise sense. So sign is a minus. So minus 25 into 3 is, that one is a point load of that UDL, and lever arm is 1.5, so that's why 1.5, and sign clockwise, that's why minus. So it become minus 1.5. So minus means hogging, and plus means sagging, that is there. So this is about the moment for the BD. Now next is a DA zone. Origin is a B. So limit will be D is 2 meter away from the B, and A letter is 4 meter away from the B. So origin will be 2 to 4. Now the here I mark the both axes, because the load acting above this axis, so load acting horizontal and one acting vertical. So both axes we must consider. Let consider the vertical load, which is a 25.3, and the lever arm will be 1.5 from this axis, and it will create the moment in a clockwise direction about this axis, vertical axis. So that's why the minus sign is there, 25 into 3 into 1.5, and the load which is horizontal, now that you have to rotate about this horizontal axis. So find out the lever arm. Now the origin is a B, and therefore the x is a distance for this axis. So lever arm will be x minus 2. You see the point load is acting 2 meter away from the B. So lever arm will be x minus 2, and if you rotate this, it will rotate in a clockwise direction. So sign will be minus 50 into x minus 2 is the lever arm. So answer will be minus 50x minus 12.5. So this is about the M diagram.